The BMW 3 Series is supposed to be the car that gets it right, the sports sedan every other brand has spent 50 years trying to copy. And most of the time, it genuinely is that car. But there are a handful of model years where the badge on the trunk lid is about the only thing that still feels like a BMW, because underneath the hood is a ticking financial time bomb. In this video, I'm breaking down the 3 worst BMW 3 Series years you should never buy used, and the 4 best years that actually deliver on everything this nameplate is supposed to stand for. Stick around, because one of these bad years has a specific engine that's become genuinely notorious for 5-figure repair bills, and I'm saving it for last. Let's get into it. The modern 3 Series has gone through several distinct generations, but the ones that matter most for used buyers are the E90 2006-2011, the F30 2012-2018, and the current G20 2019 to present. The pattern here is almost identical to what we see across the rest of BMW's lineup. The E90 generation has developed a reputation as one of the least dependable eras in 3 Series history, plagued with engine and electrical problems across nearly its entire production run. The F30 generation, meanwhile, is genuinely a tale of 2 very different cars. The earlier years came with an engine that's since become a cautionary tale among BMW owners, while the later years fixed nearly everything wrong with it. Keep that split in mind because it's going to explain almost everything on both lists. Let's start with the years you want to scroll straight past on the used listings. The 2007 BMW 335i. This is where the story of BMW's infamous N54 twin-turbo engine really begins. On paper, the 2007 335i is one of the most exciting versions of the 3 Series ever built, a genuinely quick, twin-turbocharged inline-6 wrapped in a package that still looks sharp and drives beautifully today. That's exactly why it's so tempting on the used market, where clean examples can often be found for well under $10,000. The problem is the high-pressure fuel pump, which failed at an alarming rate on early N54 engines, frequently leaving owners stranded with a car that simply won't start or that stumbles and stalls under load. Add in a genuine reputation for turbo wastegate rattle and injector issues on top of that, and what looks like an exciting bargain performance car quickly turns into a rotating list of expensive engine bay repairs. The 2012 BMW 3028i. This is the model year that earned a dismal 1 out of 5 reliability rating and the similarly low owner satisfaction score. And the culprit is the N20 4-cylinder BMW introduced that year. The N20 suffers from a well-documented timing chain guide failure, where the plastic guides that keep the timing chain properly tensioned wear out prematurely, and when they fail, they can cause catastrophic internal engine damage rather than just a warning light. What makes this one particularly cruel is that the 2012 328i otherwise feels like a genuinely mature, well-built sports sedan, with a comfortable upscale interior and confident handling that doesn't telegraph the engine trouble hiding underneath it. You'll typically see these listed anywhere in the low to mid-teens, but that price should come with a mandatory pre-purchase inspection of the timing chain, not an optional one. The year that will actually bankrupt you, the 2008 BMW 3 Series. Out of the entire E90 generation, 2008 is widely regarded as the low point, with Consumer Reports dragging its reliability rating down to a dismal 1 out of 5. This was also the year BMW carried the N54 twin-turbo engine into the sedan lineup more broadly, meaning it inherited every one of the fuel pump and turbo issues we just covered in the 335i, but spread across a wider range of trims and buyers. On top of the engine problems, 2008 models show a well-documented pattern of electrical gremlins, window regulators failing, control unit glitches, and a general sense that the car's electronics age faster than they should. Here's the part that turns this from annoying to financially dangerous. Because these cars have depreciated so hard, you'll frequently find 2008 3 Series sedans advertised for well under $8,000, sometimes closer to $5,000. That price makes it look like the ultimate cheap BMW entry point, but between a potential high-pressure fuel pump replacement, turbo work, and electrical repairs, it's entirely possible to spend more fixing this car over 18 months than you paid to buy it in the first place, which is exactly the trap that's bankrupted more than a few excited first-time BMW buyers. Rule of thumb, if you're looking at any E90 Generation 335i or twin-turbo 3 Series, budget for an N54 specific inspection before you even test drive it, not after. Now let's talk about the years that actually make this nameplate's reputation deserved. The 2016 BMW 3 Series. This is the year that earned a perfect 5 out of 5 reliability score from Consumer Reports, and it's not hard to see why once you're behind the wheel. By 2016, BMW had moved past the troubled N20 4-cylinder toward more thoroughly sorted engine options, and the interior feels genuinely upscale, with tight panel gaps and materials that hold up well over time. Expect to pay somewhere in the high teens to low 20s for a well-kept example, which buys you a sports sedan that drives every bit as sharp as the earlier, riskier years, without the matching repair bills. The 2017 BMW 3 Series. Basically a continuation of everything that made 2016 great, with a top reliability score from Consumer Reports and few meaningful complaints from owners. The 2017 model year benefits from a mid-cycle refresh that brought updated styling and the more modern infotainment system, so it feels noticeably more current inside than the 2016 while carrying forward the same dependable mechanical foundation. Pricing typically sits in the low to mid-20s, and for that money, you're getting a genuinely refined, well-tested version of the car. The 2018 BMW 3 Series. The final year of the F30 generation, and its most polished. Like 2016, 2017, and 2018, the 2018 model year continues the streak of strong reliability scores, with the added benefit of being the last, most sorted version of a platform BMW had years to perfect before moving on to the next generation design. The ride quality, cabin refinement, and overall build feel noticeably more dialed in than the early F30 years, still saddled with the N20 engine. Expect to pay in the mid to high 20s for a well-kept example, which is real money for a used sedan, but it buys you a genuinely mature, dependable car, rather than one still working through growing pains. The 2023 BMW 3 Series. If you want the newest generation done right, this is the one. The current G20 generation has shown consistently strong reliability scores since its debut, and by 2023, BMW had further refined the platform's electronics and drive-in reliability. This is also simply a nicer car to sit inside than anything else on this list. A genuinely modern cabin with a curved digital display, upgraded materials, and far more advanced driver assistant tech than the older F30 generation cars offer. That quality comes at a real price though. Expect to pay anywhere from the high 30s well into the 40s or beyond depending on trim, engine, and mileage, making it comfortably the most expensive entry here, but also the one that closely matches the experience of buying a brand new 3 Series. Line these two lists next to each other and the same lesson from the rest of BMW's lineup shows up again. The worst years cluster around a single problematic engine, the N54 twin-turbo and the early N20 4-cylinder, while the best years cluster in the back half of a generation, after BMW had time to quietly fix what wasn't working. The 3 Series isn't inconsistent because BMW can't build a good car. It's inconsistent because certain engines in certain years were rushed into production before they were fully sorted. There's a second pattern worth calling out too, and it's one that a lot of shoppers miss. The worst years and the best years often look almost identical from the outside. A 2008 335i and a 2016 328i can sit side by side in a used car lot with similar mileage, similar paint condition, and similar sounding trim levels. But one of them is carrying a known engine defect and the other isn't. This is exactly why relying on how a car looks or even how it drives on a 15-minute test drive will never tell you the whole story. The defects we've talked about in this video don't announce themselves with a rattle or a warning light until they've already started causing damage. That's what makes engine code research and pre-purchase inspection so much more valuable here than they are in a typical mainstream sedan. With a BMW, the gap between a great year and a financial disaster can come down to a single production run of one specific part. Remember that pattern because it's the single most useful piece of information in this entire video. If you're seriously shopping for a used BMW 3 Series right now, put 2007, 2008, and 2012 on your permanent avoid list, especially 2008, which combines the worst engine problems of the era with electrical issues and a price tag low enough to lure in buyers who don't know what they're walking into. On the flip side, the 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2023 model years represent the smartest, most dependable versions of this sports sedan that money can buy. The 3 Series earned its reputation as the benchmark sports sedan for a reason, but only when you're buying the right model year. Buy the wrong one, and that badge on the trunk stops meaning driving pleasure and starts meaning an open-ended relationship with your local BMW specialist. That's the real story on which BMW 3 Series to chase and which ones to avoid entirely. If you're currently cross-shopping a used BMW, drop the model year and engine code in the comments and I'll tell you honestly whether it made either list. And if this video just saved you from an N50 fuel pump nightmare, do me a favor and hit subscribe. There's a lot more of these years to avoid breakdowns coming. See you in the next one.